Hello, Barendipitous here. Well, uh, we have some cool stuff to talk about. Today I'm going to talk about, I'm going to look into the Star Wars trailer because there's lots of really cool little nods here and there. The announcement in the trailer is really cool. Star Wars Event Wave 2 trailer. But it's it feels like it's a little bit of a there's more animation than I think the announcement needed, right? I get the feeling that basically the art team at Blue Mammoth Games just really was really excited to make a Star Wars Cantina type thing here. So let's go over the trailer. Let me just like play briefly through the trailer. You can watch it yourself, but I'm just gonna kind of like go through. Here I'm gonna turn off the sound so there's not like echoing. But yeah, very much a Star Wars Cantina type thing going on here, which is really cool. And of course they're showing off the Han Solo and Chewbacca with the custom noises and everything like that. I like the back, but yeah, just playing through this once to kind of so you get a general idea of the whole trailer altogether. And then I'm going to go bit by bit. Really fun little scene here with Reno and Kay Vess, the character from Star Wars Outlaws, and her pet, Nix. So there's a second Nix in the game. There's going to be a second Nix in the game. And then, of course, the one I'm most excited about, Mando and Grogu. Like, that's cool. That's just, I love that. Mando has to be probably, I think he's my favorite like recent Star Wars character. All right, so that's the whole trailer, right? So let's go through this like kind of frame by frame here. So first of all, we're starting with this Salty Sailor tavern, and this is interesting because we got this from Battle Pass season, I believe 7, which was the kind of like Dungeons and Dragons inspired like season. Where the adventure starts in a tavern. It wasn't actually branded Dungeons and Dragons, but tabletop role playing game kind of thing. We got this stage, and that's where this is. And you'll of course see that map later in the trailer. Oh come on, oops, here we go. Yeah. Yep, so first of all, we have Thatch being kicked out. By the way, just again, when you go frame by frame in these animations, you can just like appreciate more the squash and stretch, the smear frames, and all the little details that make these animations work. I love it. So just classic principles of animation, squash and stretch to emphasize movement. So yeah, there's Thatch getting kicked out. And then here's Petra, who's like coming in for like an elbow drop right here. That's just funny. Okay, Cantina here. We got Vivi. I think it's the first time we've seen Vivi in a trailer besides her own. Olgrim, of course, Thea, and Magyar. So these are like, most of these are newer characters. So that's really cool. I love the decoration in here as well in the Salty Sailor. Really fun. Yeah, Magyar kind of like the energy of the souls kind of like floating around in there. And so yeah, this is fantastic. I love this shot right here with Lord Varax kind of like appearing here, because if you watch the actual Star Wars Cantina scene, this actually does mirror a moment in there. Actually, you know what? Here, let me see if I can actually pull up. Let me see if I can pull up the scene to kind of like compare and contrast, right? Some of you probably already know what I'm talking about, but okay, here we go. I found it. Excellent. So this is a scene from Star Wars Episode 3, right? Right there. That right there. This moment where there's four, and then there's an alien right there. That's exactly what they're doing with this, right? Isn't that cool? And then they switch over to other characters, right? And so that's other people kind of milling around, right? And that's exactly what they do here. Here we have Artemis, Taros, Lucian, and Ragnir hanging out. as well. Some like, you know, kind of like shady, questionable types here and there, or like monstrous types or whatever. And then of course there's Volkov, and this is actually a callback to this Volkov here. We're gonna go frame by frame on a couple of trailers here. Okay, so here we go. Well, this isn't the trailer. So we have this. Someone appearing in the foreground, several characters talking together, and then okay, there's another moment a little bit later, I think. Can't remember exactly where, but there is a moment somewhere. Okay, here we go. I'm pretty sure that devil guy or whatever, or maybe some other character that was like just like sipping something by themselves, or maybe it was that one. I'm not sure, but you can see the comparisons, right? And so here we have Seven and Ada, a lovely pairing right here. I think that's kind of cool. Seven from Ada from Miami Dome, and Seven from the apocalypse after Miami Dome existed. So this is kind of like when Luke and C-3PO are walking in, right? Yep. So you can kind of see a very similar shot here, inspired by that. And then, of course, there's Han Solo himself. Let's see, where do we... I'm not sure if we get that exact shot from the Star Wars Cantina scene, but you do get like close-ups of Han up to like his gun and stuff. But yeah, it's kind of relaxing in a booth. And of course you can see the Salty Sailor map, right? This is the exact same scene that the trailer is basically taking place in. And you see that he is fighting Lord Vrax, right? Basically, you know, a space alien kind of thing. This is really cool. There's always one or two signatures in any character crossover or legend or whatever that is like the highlight signature as far as animation goes. And I'm pretty sure this side gauntlet side sig has to be like the signature for Han, kind of showing the Millennium Falcon kind of thing. That's a really cool way to kind of implement the Millennium Falcon. It's kind of like you're able to sort of imagine him actually piloting it, but it's also not. He doesn't actually like summon the whole thing, so it doesn't take up the whole stage. I think that's kind of cool. Not sure exactly how it works, but it doesn't have to, because it's just cool. It's just fun. It's Brawlhalla, right? Anyway, we continue in here. Yeah, obviously a crossover. Then we have Chewbacca. Here we're in Terminus. I think they chose Terminus as a setting because it's just kind of a cool, like it's just kind of like another sort of like rundown futuristic kind of place. And I think Han is fighting someone in this Jotun winter map as maybe a reference to Hoth, perhaps. And then of course the kind of like this monster Sidra. I don't know if that's a reference to anyone in particular, but you know, bad guy, some kind of alien, right? Chewbacca and Terminus fighting Thea. And then there's like just pirates, right? Just kind of like I think they're just kind of like using like pirates, outlaws, space, run, you know, these kinds of things you often see in Star Wars. Now here's another sort of signature animation for Chewbacca here. He's grabbing stormtroopers, and you can see they're actual stormtroopers because the stormtroopers are squirming and like, you know, and another stormtrooper, and he's grabbed another stormtrooper. Where did that stormtrooper come from? Actually, it was just like that one. I think that one is trying to like get in on the fight and try to like. I like how the stormtroopers are kind of smaller, to show how large Chewbacca is, and he just like smacks him with the stormtroopers. Oh my gosh. And I love these motion and blur frames everywhere. Just shows you the absolute chaos of that. That's a wonderful signature. Anyway, here we got Reno here, taking a nice sip, and he's trying to pay for I'm guessing this is blue milk or something. I like how at first you only see like two of his arms, then when he gets nervous about like, wait, where's my wallet? Then the other two arms come up, and he's like, I can't find it. And then of course we see and of course we see the Nick's pet here that kind of like grabs stuff for Kay. Now I can Now, this was a character I didn't really expect to be part of the crossover, but I guess it kind of actually makes sense because I kind of forgot about K-Vess as a character. But it makes sense because, you know, I believe Ubisoft was involved with, was very much involved in Star Wars Outlaws, and so they would definitely want the crossover with K-Vess. But anyway, that is a cool shot. I think that's a neat addition. Cool, you know, got a mix of like old and new characters here. Yeah, once again, fighting at some kind of like airport, spaceport sort of thing. Isaiah crossover. Nick's kind of sitting up there. That's fun. That's cute. Oh, and Nyx is tossing a bomb. Oh, that's fun. Boom. Oh, that's great. Oh, man. When you really stop and look at the frames of Brawlhalla, it just looks... You just notice lots of wonderful little detail, and you can really appreciate the design that goes into it. Anyway, what signature do they show off here? It's... Okay, yeah, the bottom one. Once again, like, yeah. K is pointing down, like, right there, Nyx. Boom. That's great. I love it. That's fantastic. I'm guessing the maps chosen for that might be references to other to locations in Star Wars Outlaws. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, we get images of a couple of legends here. So we have I am assuming that's Mordex walking by here, right? And then we also have Orion walking by here. That's really cool. Mordex and Orion feet, I guess. And then of course. You get this really cool reveal. At first, you see this. I think this is a fun way to do this particular reveal because at first you just see this, and like, it could be the Mandalorian, it could be Jango Fett, Boba Fett, or whatever. But then of course, you know exactly who it is once Grogu arrives, right? It can really only be one. But yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, is it Mandalorian? Is it Boba Fett? Who is it? And here you go. And Grogu, I love Grogu. Grogu's such a fun character. I love that Grogu's actually floating around. Like, do you see this? Like, it's kind of like Pokemon Trainer in Super Smash Brothers, where you are you're playing as the Pokemon, but you don't control the Pokemon Trainer who's in the background. It's just kind of there. That seems to be what's going on here. Grogu's just floating around. Oh my gosh. Okay. I just noticed this particular 7 skin that's being used here. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's a reference to, I'm pretty sure that's a reference to Cad Bane, right? I mean, I think that's what they're going for here because Cad Bane featured in Mandalorian. Or, you know, or if it's not a specific character, it can also be just like, you know, that there could be a character that the Mandalorian could fight against or something. But anyway, it's a fun little things. That's very possible. Okay, so we have this signature here. Oh yeah, he does the little oh gosh, what are they called? Like the whistling birds attack thing. Like, boom. Just like that. Okay, and then of course we got the spear fighting against... that's probably a reference to that one bounty hunter thing. Oh gosh. There's that bounty hunter droid, IG-11, right? Right? Like, I think that makes sense. That makes the most sense to me. Again, doesn't have to be a reference to that character, but that makes sense to me. I think that might be like a kind of a cool thing, because that was a character that he fought against and teamed up with later, right? Anyway, yeah, cool Ada Sig there. Oh wait, is that like a laser or something? I think there's like a laser something, some plasma blast going on there with the Beskar spear. But yeah, and then of course the rest of that. So really cool. Ooh, by the way, check out that background too. That's like some kind of, pretty sure it's a Mos Eisley background. Oh my gosh, are we getting a Mos Eisley map with this? or that could just be the background for the for the for the event or whatever, but that looks really good. You can even see like a stormtrooper back here on a beast of some kind. Like, that's cool. This art is also really cool, showing all the new characters, all 4 of them. But wow, yeah, that's neat. Anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to say about the Star Wars trailer. Really cool. I will have more to say about the graphic novel announcement that was made. That's another video, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and until next time, all the best.